Hi guys, it's Amy from thecrazycraftlady.com. Today I'm sharing with you a fun and simple painting project. It's a kid's silhouette craft that I just painted on top of some simple Dollar Tree door hangers. I take a ton of pictures of my 7-year-old twins. I think they're probably sick of it already, but I'm bound and determined to make sure that they have a well-documented childhood. And this silhouette craft is just another wonderful way to capture the memories of them being so little. So let's get making. For this project, you will need a dollar store seasonal door hanger, chalk paint in ivory or white, black, brown, and gray, paintbrushes, as well as a printer and pencil for making the silhouette. I wanted to do a little something different for the background of my kids' silhouette project. Dollar Tree carries these seasonal decor hangers. I have one from fall and one from Halloween, but I've seen them in stores during other times of year as well. You can also use a canvas or unfinished wood board if you like. Start by removing the hanger ribbon or twine, then flip the board over so you are working with the unfinished side. Paint the whole board with a coat of brown chalk paint. When the brown paint has dried, add a coat of ivory chalk paint using a very dry brush. You just want a bit of the brown to poke through, since this is what will give your board the rustic wood look. I also used a fine detail brush to paint the edges of my board as well, just to give it a more polished look. You can also use a little bit of black or gray chalk paint and a very, very dry brush with quick strokes back and forth to distress your whiteboards. Next, grab a straight edge and a pencil to draw the lines between your boards. I just used a clipboard since that's what I had handy for a straight edge. Don't press down too hard on your straight edge in case the paint on your board is still a bit tacky. You don't want to scratch it. Use a pencil to lightly draw horizontal lines between the boards, then use a fine tip brush to lightly paint over the pencil line with black chalk paint. Next up, you will need your silhouette picture. Have your child stand facing to one side in front of a white surface or a white wall while you take their picture. Then make a few basic edits to get a clean black and white photo. Here's how I did it in PicMonkey. Okay, so here I am in PicMonkey. I'm just going to drag and drop a picture of my son to edit. Okay, So then what you want to do is you want to crop, because you don't need to print this whole thing, you just want to print from the neck up. There we go. And then I like to change the exposure to up the brightness and drop down the shadows a little bit, just to create a little bit more contrast between my son's head and the wall behind him. It also really helps if you have a white wall or a white door, or even hold up a piece of white poster board when you take the picture to get better contrast. And then you just want to go into the effects and find the black and white and switch your image to black and white so it prints easier. And you can change the contrast filter however you like to make it maybe a little bit brighter, so it doesn't use as much ink when you print it. So now I'll be able to print, like download and print this, and then trace it onto my craft. Print out your photo at the right scale for your board. Then you need to transfer the outline of this silhouette photo to the board. To do that, you will need a pen and a pencil. Take a pencil and scribble back and forth across the back of the printer paper. You want to make sure the edge around your child's head are covered really well in pencil. Then center the picture over your board and trace around the silhouette firmly with a pen. Be careful not to let the paper slip around. Work slowly and carefully until you have completed the entire outline of the silhouette. The final part to trace will be the bottom of the silhouette. Instead of just drawing a straight line, try using a wavy line or curve instead. When you lift up the printer paper, there will be a faint pencil outline that has transferred over to the board. Grab some black chalk paint and start to fill in the silhouette. I found it helpful to start by painting the edges with a skinny brush when needed, and then fill in using a wider brush and smooth horizontal strokes for a smooth finish. Add a second coat of paint if you need to. Finish off the project by writing your child's name and age with a fine point permanent marker. You can also cover the back of your sign with Mod Podge and a sheet of craft paper to make it look more polished and finished. But that's it. Your silhouette is complete. If you enjoyed this dollar store craft, be sure to like this video and subscribe below so you never miss a crafty moment. Until next time, happy making!